Change somebody's day, might delete later, but tonight.
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Might Delete Later podcast. You guys know who I am. I'm Derrick. We got Julia in the house.
Hello.
And we have a special guest. Shivana Prasad is here. And Shivana, what is your occupation?
So I am a tax preparer and a real estate agent in Sacramento.
So you hear that? So how did you get started into that? Like at what point in your life did you say, you know what, I want to be a realtor and I want to learn about taxes?
Ooh, good question. I was forced into it. Joking. No, I wasn't, but I did.
Oh. I was like, okay.
I did start at a really young age. I was 13, and my dad was running the tax business from home. So he was he left his county job and started doing taxes for friends and family, and he would need help sometimes, like whether it was like separating paperwork or adding receipts up. And I really found it interesting, and I'm really close to my dad, so I started helping him then. And then at 18 years old, I decided to get my license to be a tax preparer. So been doing that for over 20 years, I'd say.
So how long had your dad been doing it for?
Probably, so I was probably about 10 years on the side. So he had a county job or a government job at that time. And then he wanted to do his own taxes. He was very like money-minded and, save money and file your own taxes. And he started doing that for friends and then slowly got more customers, built up some customers, and then became self-employed.
Oh, and I know from watching, because usually when we have guests on, I'll do a deep dive into the guests. I've seen a lot already on social media. And I also know that your dad got you into golf.
Yes.
As well.
Yes, he did. He loves to play golf. And then I play too, like at home, play around with foam balls or practice putting and things like that. And now sometimes they invite me too. So
okay. How serious of a golf fan have you been? Like, would you watch it on TV as well, or it was just you go play?
Honestly, I thought it was boring to watch when I was younger.
Okay.
I fall asleep to it. It's kind of like, slow pace, and their voices are very calm.
If you take away the ball, they're just walking.
Yeah. For real. It's just
These dudes are walking around.
It's just a bunch of grass,
Leisurely walks.
Yeah.
No, but if you play a little bit or watch a little, it's so interesting. I love having it on now.
Yeah.
I love watching them, and when somebody hits a really good shot, I'm like, I wish I could do that. So
I noticed the older that I've gotten, I've appreciated golf more. And I think that's for a lot of people. Like the older they get, like, wow, golf is pretty interesting. And so then, I'll play the Nintendo. I'll be out there.
Wii.
I kill people in that Nintendo game. But then when I get to like Top Golf, don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
The problem with me, though, is I played baseball. So I have a baseball swing.
Right.
So I've got to figure out, it's a lot different at top. I don't even want to, like, when we go to Top Golf as a family, I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just going to sit here. I'm not gonna, I don't want to embarrass myself.
You have to
I don't want to
You have
embarrass
to
myself.
play. Everyone's out there embarrassing themselves.
Yeah, but I don't do that. I don't embarrass myself places. So, and especially as close as that is to baseball. So, like, we go to a batting cages, I look like a professional. Like, if we go to batting cages, people start gathering around watching me hit.
Oh my gosh.
They're like, oh my God, this dude must have been a professional baseball player. Then I go play Top Golf, and people are like, oh my God.
Yeah, one feeling's better than the other, right?
So I don't want to embarrass myself like that. So, Julia, you have any questions for Shivana?
Sure, I do. I was wondering, as far as since you are a realtor, I don't own a home, but I eventually want to.
Yeah.
So my question is, can you explain how debt to income ratios affect somebody's ability to buy a home, and what lenders are really looking for when they evaluate a buyer's financial situation?
Sure. So the debt to income ratio is basically just how much of your monthly income is going to go towards your debts or payments. So that includes credit cards, let's say you have personal loans, car payment, and then the potential new mortgage you're going to take on, right? So, and they want that to be below a certain percentage. And different lenders will have different percentages that you can have. Like, for example, I'm just going to throw a number like 40%, like 40% of your monthly income that you're bringing home or that you're making should not go towards all your bills.
Okay.
And different lenders will have different percentages, but that's what they look at. And basically, lenders are checking for your affordability. Can you afford the payment and anything else that could come up? They want you to be comfortable with the payment. So they won't approve you for a loan if there's a risk of you not being able to afford it.
Okay.
Because they got to get paid back. They got to get their money.
too.
They got to get their money. You said something interesting online that I saw maybe a couple of weeks ago. You said, because I bought a home 2023. 2023, that's when I bought a home. That was my first home. But you said something interesting that, like, when you said it, it like hit my soul. So
What did I say?
what you said was, when you get a home, your mortgage isn't the only thing that you need to be worried about. You also got to be worried about property taxes, if you have an HOA. Talk a little bit about that, because I think a lot of people that buy homes, especially first-time home buyers, they aren't thinking about that, because I know I wasn't.
Right.
I know I wasn't at all.
Right. So if you look at even on, like, people go to the websites online, Zillow or homes.com, and you'll look at a house and it will say estimated monthly mortgage payment, X amount of dollars, right? And it sounds affordable to you, but that payment includes normally like somebody putting 20% down, and it's just the mortgage payment. But like you said, there's property taxes. You're going to have insurance. Some places you have to have flood insurance too. Then that HOA fee. And then versus renting, you may not have like the garbage, water, sewer. Sometimes tenants don't pay those things, but now you are. And then the occasional thing that comes up, like my air conditioning needs to be repaired.
There's no landlord to call.
No.
There's no landlord.
Anything.
You've got to pay.
Yeah, so you do have to take that into consideration, that the mortgage payment, you should definitely really be comfortable with that payment, and not just that, okay, I can make it, this mortgage payment is just right. You want to be comfortable too. So just in case the unexpected comes up too.
And for me, when I bought the house in 2023, the house I was renting, at the time, we were paying $1,200 for rent in Natomas, directly behind the Natomas library. So it was a pretty decent neighborhood. It was like our house was right behind the Natomas library.
Where that is, yeah.
So we were paying $1,200 renting. Went from that to mortgage now being $3,400.
Oh my gosh.
It was like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's nothing. Not a big deal. It's a huge deal. It's a huge
have
deal.
that extra $2,000.
It is a huge deal. And I think a lot of the times, I know in my case, thinking, oh, it's going to be amazing owning this home. This is going to be great. And I was telling Julia earlier, I was like, it just seemed to have drained me more than made me happy about the house. And the house, it was a remodel. So I'm finding out now, a lot of corners were cut with things. So the backyard doesn't have any drainage, which that's not even something, when looking at the house, I was even thinking.
Even with an inspection, like, how would you'd have to get such a, like, certain specific inspection, and who's looking for, does my backyard have good drainage?
Yeah, wasn't thinking about it. Wasn't looking at, when they did the remodel, they pulled out all of the cable outlets. All of those are gone. The phone outlets, they took most of them out except for one in the main bedroom. So even now getting internet was like, oh, we've got to rewire, and we've got to do all these things just getting internet. And none of that stuff was at the top of mind when I was looking at the house.
Yeah.
None of it.
Did you have inspections done? I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah.
And that none of that stuff came up.
Nope. They said inspections were great.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate. You're still in that house though.
Still in the house for now. For now. But we'll see.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yes.
There are some scary parts of owning a home.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But your payment at least isn't paying off somebody else's house. It's
no. Yeah.
you're building equity. There's good things about homeownership.
Yeah, I guess. I guess at some point, I'll be happy at some point. So, have anything?
Yes, and then also, what are common mistakes people do to hurt their chances of getting approved?
So some things I see are you do have to have credit, right? You have to have credit. So the things that affect somebody's credit that you don't want to do right before buying a home is big purchases like financing furniture, new cars, other things like closing your credit cards. So that's one you don't want to do. Always make your payments on time. So just like not paying attention to your credit is one thing that I've seen hurt people that they're ready to buy. They've even seen a house, or a neighborhood that they want to buy in, and they were coming in for a pre-approval, but there are these things they didn't know about on their credit, or they just bought a new car. That's a big one. You don't want to do that. Some other mistakes would be not being prepared. I feel like if you're thinking about buying a home in several months even, go ahead and talk to a lender, see where you're at. There are things you can prepare for now that'll make it easier for you.
Yeah.
Right? And then you want steady employment, so don't have like a break in employment. Things like that. File your taxes correctly is a big one.
Okay. Yeah, I go through H&R Block. So every year is like price goes up, and I'm like,
you're in luck because we have a tax person right here.
Mine is crazy. They gouge me, and I'm like,
really?
Yes.
No, I
We'll
want to
talk.
say paperclips is better than H&R Block, and but we can talk.
Yes. Okay, sure. Yeah.
In the process of when I was ready to buy, they had me get my credit score up.
Yes.
So it was I don't know, it was like 550-ish at the time, and they were like, hey, if you get your credit, you can get up to 640. We can get you up to 640. There's a whole lot of options of homes and options of programs that we can actually get you on if you can get up to 640. And then the process the process of getting there was, okay, pay this card off to this amount, pay this card off to this amount. Let us know when it's done, and then we'll call and get you a rescore, like right away.
Yep.
And I thought that was just awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. Explain the rescore, because Julia looks confused.
Because wouldn't they hit your credit hard? Because I'm thinking like, when you do a
Like the
car.
hard close, yeah.
And I would say, if you don't even have at least a 600, don't even look at the time?
No, you can be below 600. They're approving people below 600. Now, if you have a better credit score, you have, like you said, there are more programs. You could get a lower interest rate.
Yeah.
So your payment would be less, right? But as far as a credit rescore, so I've had a client of mine that did the credit repair. I don't do the credit repair, but our team does all that together. They were below the amount they needed to get approved for a loan, and they did the same thing, went through a credit specialist. They looked at their credit and said, okay, you need to pay this off, and we need like another month of making your payments on time. And right after they did that, they did reach out and get a new score, pull their credit report again, and it did go higher. It does actually can go up significantly.
Yeah.
By, and the other thing with that, what I was saying was,
I want to ask you about taxes, though.
Yes.
I want to ask you about taxes. I want to ask you about the most common mistakes people make as taxpayers, and what kind of deductions are often overlooked. Because I know since having the home, I'm like, yeah, this is going to be great for taxes. And it hasn't been so far. I'm like, am I doing something wrong?
No.
Because I'm not getting any really benefit yet from that. So what kind of deductions are people overlooking that, they overlook often?
Yeah. So one thing overlooking as well, specifically as a homeowner, I'd say a mistake and overlook thing is not waiting for all your documents to come in. Some people get so excited about filing right away that you miss like a mortgage, the mortgage company you were paying, those deductions, the interest and the property taxes you're paying, those don't even come out till, later in January or very early in February. So sometimes people miss those or the supplemental taxes you pay on your own. So if you've paid any of that on your own, not through your mortgage, there's no way the tax preparer would know. You're going to have to remember that. But me as a taxpayer, our firm, we do that. We'll ask you, did you pay this? Did you pay extra property tax? So that is a great deduction for a homeowner. Now, you mentioning that you didn't notice a difference or owning a home didn't help you. So there was a number of years where there was a cap on how much property tax and the state and local taxes you're paying from your job, the amount you can claim. So there are people that are definitely paying more than $10,000 in property tax and income taxes, but it's capped at that, so you weren't able to take advantage of that.
Okay.
That went away last year. So this last year when I was filing taxes, I saw people, like a married couple owning a home where previous years they either owed or it wasn't such a, breaking even. This year, now that cap has gone away, they're getting thousands of dollars more. It's a big difference. So you may see that this year too.
I certainly hope so. That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. One other thing I had about taxes is how does the administration affect taxes? So as far as like the big, beautiful bill that's out, I know people that make a certain amount get a better tax break than some of the people that aren't making a certain amount. Now, how often have you seen changes in that?
As far as, well, when people think that, people making lots of money or the big income earners are getting this huge tax break, there are a lot of write-offs. So those people that we're hearing about have major like corporations and things where they can save money by putting money into a corporation and paying out of a corporation, or they have other deductions they can take. But with the big beautiful bill, there are, whether you like the administration or not, there are some huge advantages for every taxpayer. There are so many new things in that, like no tax on tips. That's huge. Like servers, bartenders, anybody in the service industry that's getting tipped, that is no longer taxable. So that changed this last tax season.
Okay.
I definitely saw, a swing, like definitely hundreds of dollars, if thousands. Another one is no tax on overtime. So the overtime pay that's also included in the big beautiful bill. Saved people tons of money, a lot of money.
Okay.
So yes, the administration does affect taxes. This last year, I will say, I feel like a lot of my taxpayers found themselves in a better situation this year.
Oh, wow.
So as far as like the, I guess you call it middle class or
Yeah.
Oh, and then as far as like, would you say like can you see like a single mother with kids owning a home? Does it have to be like a certain income, or like it applies to them too? Like as far as, like if a couple were to,
do it versus a single person. Yes, definitely. Like single women owning homes is huge now. Like there are so many more single women owning a home, and then I, for the first time in my life last year, purchased my home as a single woman. So it's first time ever. So, and I'm like 40 something.
I know,
but yeah, it is possible.
Hey, it's giving hope. Okay,
we're the same age.
I'm older than all you guys. I'm like, damn.
No. But yeah, so single women can definitely do it. Income matters. So based on your income and credit score and things like that, yeah, definitely. I recommend, if you're thinking about buying a home, even if you think you can't, it's worth it to talk to a lender or a realtor. I always have my lender with me when I do the first consultation because I want you to know can you afford this, or what the plan is. If you can't afford it today, maybe you'll know, do you need 6 months or what you can do to get there. But absolutely, single women, single men, single women. Yeah, you can do it for sure.
I had something interesting happen when I was looking for a home. There was a certain amount that lenders would give me here in Sacramento, right? And my realtor took me to Plumas Lake because, they had a lot of stuff in Plumas Lake. But the lenders wouldn't give me the same amount in Plumas Lake that they would give me in Sacramento, which my realtor kind of, it's because of this, and that, and I had no idea what he was talking about. Have you ever seen anything like that in certain areas? You'll get more money versus other areas.
So it sounds like there might have been some kind of program, like with maybe a grant or some kind of. There's lots of programs for down payment assistance, where your income level and the amount they can approve you for a loan format or two. So I've seen these lists. Like there's a new program that came out, and it'll give me a list of all the counties in California.
Okay.
And it says your income for Sacramento income can only be up to this amount. In Yuba County, this amount.
Okay.
So
that
that's
probably
probably what happened.
That probably is what happened. Other thing I had, what are the top 3 things a first-time home buyer should know before buying a home?
Before buying a home,
Yeah.
I would say top 3 things is write a list of your absolute wants in order, because there's a good chance that you won't get, let's say there's 10 things, there's a good chance all 10 things won't be in that home. So know what you want. So you're not shopping, looking at hundreds of homes. If you really want to, you can. But if you nail down, that you absolutely don't want a backyard, or whether you want a huge backyard, that's a big one. So know what you want. Another thing would be your payment, what you're comfortable with, your payment, because you're going to what you can afford today. And let's say you do plan on doing some other things, you want to make sure you have the right amount of money to do that. And another thing before you buy your home is just months before, just talk to a realtor or a lender about what you want to do. And there may be things that you do now that's really going to help you in buying a home. So biggest thing is be prepared. Talk to somebody as soon as you're even thinking about it.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So you're saying this. So as soon as you're saying, hey, I want to buy a home, make out this list and say, okay, I need this, this, this. Yeah, a lot of that would have been helpful for me.
Yeah, it's stressful buying a home.
Oh,
like
my God.
looking and then getting into contract, and then those 30, 40 days or however long you waited to get into it. So I'm sure it was stressful.
It was extremely stressful. I think we may have looked at 50 houses.
Oh, wow.
About 50 houses. Because everyone was either missing. I wanted to stay in the Thomas. Wasn't able to because of the space we needed because of my daughters. So we needed more space, But and a lot of the homes in the Thomas were just kind of, for that many bedrooms, we're just kind of like, that's not
enough space.
That's not, well, the ones that did have enough space, the pricing of the home was like, I can't do that at all.
You have to be realistic too, and be flexible, like have an open mind. You may not get your first home you buy may not be your forever home or exactly what you want, but it's definitely a stepping stone. So I feel like if you go into it looking at it like that, like this isn't my forever home. If it wasn't your forever home, then you can always move up from there too.
Okay. Tell us about your home buying process, because I know you just said that you were able to get your first home. Tell us about that. How did that go for you, seeing that you're coming at it from an angle of, hey, I already know all of this stuff?
Right, and it still was, I'm going to be honest, there were still some days where I was stressed a little bit about my own loan. So in the past, I've owned a home like with my partner. So this time I did it on my own, and I was fully self-employed. So I was trying to get a self-employed loan, and I went through 2 different lenders. The first one thought or said they could approve me, but I'm sure you've dealt with, they're asking for more paperwork. Okay, a month passed. Oh, now I need pay stubs or we need bank statements more and more. And then it just never happened. And then I found a great lender, and she helped me out with my self-employed loan, and it was so easy. It was done like that. So I shopped around for my lender, which is something I always recommend too. If you don't like the first lender, it's okay to shop around. You know, you should be comfortable with who you're working with. But so I'm self-employed, and I did a bank statement loan. So just 2 years of bank statements instead of tax returns and
okay.
pay stubs. So.
Okay, yeah, I had to give tax returns and all of that, pay stubs.
And I attempted to go that way first. It just wasn't working for me and my business. It just didn't make sense. But when I went with the bank statement loan, I was able to get approved through a program like that. So there are so many different programs for self-employed and people that aren't self-employed. There's a lot of different programs out there.
Okay. Other thing I was thinking about as you were talking is like the newer homes that you buy that the backyards are tiny in the new home. It almost seems like let's just build as many houses right here as we can. They could be right, like you look out your window or your neighbor will be looking you in the eye.
Oh, yeah.
So
you're looking down into their backyard, yeah.
What? I mean, what?
Like the brand new builds, right?
Yeah, the brand new builds. Like you guys are looking at each other eye to eye. I'm like, I don't know. So it's like, I looked at some of those too. We looked at some of those when we were looking. I'm like, I don't know about this. This is
the backyard thing.
Yeah, a lot of the older homes, because the home that I bought was built in 1955, but again, it was a remodel, so it looked really extravagant. Tons of land. Backyard is huge. Backyard is huge, but it even that's been a drain because like when we looked at it, it was nothing but dirt. Like, oh my God, we could put that right there. We could do. I'm gonna put a jacuzzi. Oh man, oh boy, wait. And then we got there, and then I had someone come in. My sister hooked me up with some dude that was a landscaper. I mean, I didn't know he just got out of prison. But
oh my gosh.
I didn't know that until we started doing business with each other. The business was funny. So because the business was, he came there and he's like, oh, I can do this. And he came twice. Took pictures of all the dirt. I could put some grass here. I could do a gazebo right here. I just need to take out a couple things. I'm like, okay. He gave me a price. I want to say the price. He's like, I can do that for $1,000.
It was a great price, wasn't it?
Yeah. $1,000 and do that. Then he came there and started working and started digging. And I have cameras around the house. I was at work. This is when I was actually working at work, actually leaving home to go to work. And I saw on the camera, he stopped and he was just looking like this out at the ground. And I said, I don't know. And then when I got home to talk to him, he said, I'm gonna need some more money.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna need some more money, man. He was like, this is a bigger job than I thought. I was like, you're the expert.
So what do you do?
Right. You took pictures?
Did you pay him some more money?
I paid him for what he did, and I said, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And the backyard still looks the same now, so. So it's just even
it's
in that.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, but even in that, it's like people that are shopping for homes or looking for homes, you'll see something and your eyes are so big and, oh my God, this is going to be great. And you don't really understand the price and the amount of money that has to be put into this. You think that, we can do this on our own. Yeah, we can do. And then you try to do it, which I try to do some things on my own, just as far as taking out weeds and putting down mulch. I had to take these weeds out, put this down. I saw it on YouTube, put that stuff down. And then, like, the week later, the weeds are growing through stuff.
No, they make it look easy on YouTube. With those time-lapse videos, I'm like, they did that in 30 minutes.
It's like, no. See, and I'm just decided that, you know what? If I'm not an expert in it, I'm going to get someone else to come in here because this looks crazy. I put this stuff down, and then there's weeds growing out of it. So
the weeds here, though, they're so hard to get rid of.
Man, it's just, but just the what people don't know about buying homes, especially the first time, and the amount of money you spend that you aren't aware of. That to me is just like mind blowing. It really is. It really is. That's just the amount of money that you're going to spend. And like you said in your video, as far as, property taxes, a lot of people, Julia, how much are property taxes?
I can ask my mom.
That's what I
know
mean.
she complains about it.
I have no idea.
It's like 1.2% of your purchase or the home value, right? So
Yeah.
it's several thousands of dollars a year for most people.
Yeah, so you have to have that. You have to have that money.
Every year you pay that.
At the end of the year.
Every year. They divide it into 2 and you pay it twice a year.
Yeah.
And some people, you can have it tied into your mortgage payment. So where that every month you're paying a portion, and then when that payment's due, your mortgage company will send that payment to Sacramento County tax collector, right? Or some people don't put it in their mortgage payment, and then they're hit with this bill twice a year, which I've done it both ways, and I like it much better, my mortgage payment. It's just like, it's just already there.
Now, I think mine, if I remember correctly, there's an escrow account for it. There's an escrow account, and one of them comes out of that. But then I was waiting for the other one to come out of that, and I was like, hey, they were like, no, you pay that one.
The supplemental.
What?
Yeah.
What is an escrow account?
She said, what is an escrow account?
Yep. So when you buy a house, and then the bank, the mortgage company you're making the payment to, they you're also paying a little extra every month. That's going to cover your property taxes and homeowners insurance most times. So you're paying that extra amount every month, tied into your mortgage payment. But that money, because it's not going to the property taxes or the insurance yet, they're just holding it in an account, and that's the escrow account.
And they'll pull it from there.
Yep, and then that money will be sent. So you pay every month, they hold on to it, and then when that payment's due, you're not making this extra payment for several thousand. It's already there in that escrow account.
Yeah.
It's like a separate bank account.
Okay. And they'll take that from the mortgage payment, the money you're paying from that mortgage. They'll take a portion of that and put it into that escrow account.
Okay.
So it's helpful. It's helpful. Like I've had in this past 3 years, they're like, oh yeah, you paid too much on the escrow,
and you got a refund.
Got a refund of like $1,300. They're like, here's some money.
And it's all accounted for. You can look it up anytime if you log into your, mortgage companies. If you have a login, that escrow activity is always available to you to see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that was a benefit that there was some money. I'm still waiting for another blessing like that. Haven't got it yet. But
it was like a little surprise savings, right?
It was a surprise. And we were just going to Disneyland too, and I said, we got a $1,300 check to go to Disneyland.
Heck yeah.
So, but that hasn't happened again. That was like a year and a half ago that happened.
And it could have now been accounted for now to where that mistake won't be made again.
Yeah, I wish it would be made again, because that'd be great. That'd be great, because my taxes, I was telling Julia, with my taxes, I basically would claim my older daughter and my middle daughter, and then her mom would claim the youngest daughter. That's how we would do it.
On the taxes
separately. I know we're telling the tax person that we're doing that, but whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So that's what we would do. But my oldest one, she's 22 now, off doing her own thing. I no longer claim her. My middle one, this was her first year having a regular job, right?
Okay.
But she's still a student. The first year having a regular job, and so she got her stuff, and then right away went and said, no one can claim me. Boom.
No way.
She did.
I was going to ask you that. As soon as you said my daughter got a job, my first thing in my head was like, did she claim herself? Did you have her change it?
I tried to. She did an amendment?
Yes.
And it didn't go through for some reason. It didn't go through.
So recently, right? Last year?
It was that past year, yeah.
So you have 3 years to amend a return. So talk to me after this, because I want to fix that for you, because
I lost $3,000.
Yes, you did.
I lost $3,000
from the college and the child tax credit.
I lost $3,000.
And I don't know how much she made, but there's a possibility she only got
$200. She got $200.
Oh my gosh.
And I told her, I said, look, change that. Say I will give you that $200 out of that $3,000.
Yeah.
I will give you that. But she ended up, it happened, and she did it the next day, but she still ended up getting that check for $200.
Yes, so they will process. So once you file a return, they're going to go ahead and process that return. Even if there is an amendment coming or they see an amendment, they're not going to stop one return. They're going to go ahead and accept it, process it.
Yeah.
But if the amendment never went through, you have 3 years to correct yours. And
But see,
claim
I
that
don't.
refund too.
She says it went through because she did it all on her own.
Okay.
She says it went through.
The amendment.
The amendment went through, but nothing changed.
But it won't change on yours until you do an amendment.
Oh, I have to do an amendment too.
They don't know. So if she changed hers saying, I am a dependent instead of I'm not a dependent.
Well, you know what? I remember what happened now. I went ahead and said I could claim her, right?
Yours got rejected.
It got rejected over and over. And I called them. I said, hey, my daughter did an amendment. And they're like, oh, just wait. It must not have gone through yet and this and that. But it got to the point where I had to file.
Without her.
Yes, I had to file without her.
Yes.
And it didn't go through in enough time, I guess.
Okay.
And I just accepted it. I was like, okay, I'll just take this little.
So because she already claimed herself, like her social security numbers in the system is being claimed, right? And everything's automated. So yours is trying to go through with that same social security number and it won't go through. So now all you have to do, you can file an amendment now saying, I'm adding a dependent, and then you'll get that refund.
I need that.
You will.
That's $3,000.
Yes, and you're going to Disneyland.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have
Send
to.
it to me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Just
get
give me
up
half,
on that.
that's all.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. No, I want to help you. I love amending tax returns for some reason. I'm like,
man.
hey, you missed this. Like, you can get this money back.
I was
love
so
that.
mad at her, but I pretended like I wasn't.
That's so common.
We go and eat breakfast and stuff, and she'd be like, "Could you get that for me?"
No more go.
Here's your bowl.
For $3,000, I will.
Here's your bowl. $3,000.
That's a lot.
This, what you described, is so common.
Okay.
Every year. So I'll get a parent, a couple or a parent, somebody comes in, filing their taxes, and they'll say, yeah, and so, they already filed theirs. Either some people think that just because my child is working, I can no longer claim them, but that's not true. And the other part is them thinking that, the child thinking that I can go file mine without
saying
telling my
anybody.
parents, even though I live with them and they pay for everything.
Yeah. And she only has a part-time job, but she's a full-time student as well.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get some money back.
Oh, boy, this is a great show.
So yeah, I don't want you, giving the government more tax money than you have to.
Oh, boy.
And then so if your child goes to college, you get more back. Because I have a 17-year-old, and then she'll be going to college. She's going to be enrolling and applying this year. So that would will it be looking at the same, or will it be like more if since they're going to college?
So if they're going to college, there's a couple things. So you can claim a child up until they reach 24. Where if they're not in college and working, you can't claim them after 19. So there's an advantage there. You can claim them for longer. And then if you're paying for college at all, there are tax deductions for that too. So first 4 years of college, it's called the American Opportunity Credit. You can get up to $2,500 more.
Okay.
After that, if you've gone past 4 years of college, there's something called the lifetime learning credit, and that's up to $2,000.
Okay.
So yeah, huge benefits.
Wow.
Good to know.
That's great. I'm just glad I can get that money back. I've been so mad for months now.
Yeah, now you can be nice to her. So
I've been so mad for months. I'm letting her take my car and everything because she's like, I need a car. I said, I'll go get a new one. You can have mine. Oh, my God. That's great.
Like, give me those keys. No.
That's wonderful because I had just given up. I was just like, man, okay.
and it's hard to get through to them. That's
Yeah.
the part, right? Like if you can't get through to them, you don't know what to do.
Yeah. I mean, and I directly spoke with someone there, and he's just like, oh, well, it just hasn't gone through yet. You just have to wait a little while. And I said, okay, I'll keep waiting. I waited a month waiting to file my taxes, until that went through in the system. And I thought that that's how it would work, that when I file my taxes, this will have gone through the system, and now it'll recognize that I am claiming her. But it never happened.
It won't go through with her social. anymore once she used it.
Wow.
So anybody that's got kids that are filing taxes, just they have to check that box that says I can be claimed as a dependent. And their refund so many times doesn't even change.
Oh.
So if you make under a single person was like 15,000 something, if you're making under that, whatever you paid in, you're going to get back anyways, whether your mom and dad claim you or not. So.
Yeah, because I don't think my daughter even made 15,000. No, not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. Like I said, she got $200 back.
Right.
And that was like from the state.
She was excited to file. I'm
She
sure.
was.
Like,
She was like,
get my
she was like, I'm an
refund.
adult
No,
now. I'm an adult. The girl, what? No, you're not. I'm an adult. She was like, I can vote now and everything. And shoot, she was so happy.
Yeah.
She was
for
so
sure.
happy. She's great though. She actually works the polls too.
Oh yeah.
She
the
went.
voting.
She went and did that. She's done that for 2 years now.
Nice.
So yeah, and I'm like, that's interesting. So she always comes home with some interesting stories, especially with this last election that we had here. She came home. She's like, there was some woman there that voted twice. She came in. It was so interesting.
That's
she said,
illegal.
She said the woman came in. It was her and her son that said, we heard that California has a law that if we don't like what we sent in, we can come and vote again. And my daughter was the one checking her in. She said,
Is that true?
my daughter said, I've never heard that. Let me go talk to the supervisor. Supervisor came out and said, that's not true.
Okay.
You can't do that. But if you want to vote again, we'll have to flag it. She said, and the voting office is going to contact you to say you voted twice and you could face penalties and possibly jail time. The lady voted again anyway. She voted again anyway. So she always has some interesting stories when she works because she works there. She'll start at like 7 in the morning and get done at 7 at night. And she comes home. She's like, Dad, this is what happened at the election office today. Interesting stories. But she's so excited to do that. She was excited to do her taxes. And it was so upsetting to me. It was so, oh my God.
her
You
first
can't
year,
even,
huh,
first
filing,
first time filing.
It always happens. I see it.
Imagine how upset. My stomach was hurting for probably about 3 weeks. I was like, $3,000?
And
I
no,
needed to
you
buy a
can
new
get it
camera.
back. We'll figure out. You're going to get it back.
I was like, I needed to buy a new camera. She got me out of $3,000. I was so upset. So upset. But I'm glad that I can try to go ahead and get that. I'm glad I can try to go ahead and get that. Have your daughters, your oldest, and no one's tried to file their own
No,
taxes?
not yet, but I know.
Now you know.
I'm about to, so if she is working, they could still file, or they just have to put
that someone can claim them.
you.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a box that says someone can claim me as a dependent on their tax return. It's just one box, and it's not like really big and prominent. But I think like if somebody goes through an online software, like TurboTax, for example, or you go through an online software interview process, I believe it'll ask them that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm
Just-
just monitor.
So yeah, so
Just make sure
if she
they
has
know.
a job and starts talking about I'm doing my taxes, no, you're not. Wait a minute.
yeah,
We're gonna sit
Like,
down.
just-
No. Yeah, but that was like I was so upset about that $3,000. Though I ended up getting a little under 2,000, and it's and with her like because I'm going through I do TurboTax. I was going through doing it, and client did her as a dependent, and it was like 5 something. It was like 5 something, and then the fact that when I took her off because I had to take her off, it went down to like 1,800.
Oh my
big
goodness.
difference.
It was huge.
Big
it was
difference.
huge.
She said she was in college, right?
She's in college too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a full-time student.
Yep.
Yeah, she's a full-time student.
Oh my
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So, I mean, stuff like that.
And see, she didn't know.
No,
Like she's just going
she didn't
through and
know.
doing her taxes,
Yeah.
and
she didn't know.
it automatically defaults to you are not a dependent.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and then I've been claiming her for years
Yeah.
since they were a little kid. So, and I'm not getting that money after getting that money all these years. It was like I was like, man, I can't eat. I'm sick to my stomach. I can't eat. I'm gonna be homeless.
Oh,
I was like, I'm gonna
Just because she wanted her $200.
She wanted her
Yeah,
$200. She wanted her $200. I was like, I will give you that. I was like, no, change that. I think that I know what I'm talking about. Do the amendment. I'll wait until it clears, and then I'll do my taxes, and I'll get the money back. And it never happened.
You waited for nothing.
It never happened.
So,
but see, the person on the phone was supposedly someone that worked for the IRS that told me to just wait. That's what they told me.
for yours.
For mine. They
And then do
said,
it.
wait to do
See,
mine.
now I want to dig in. Like, I really want to know what happened. So, I want to know, like, what did you file? Did she file an amendment? But
She said she did.
She probably did.
She said she did.
And then her refund didn't get affected because, like
No.
you said, she didn't make more than $15,000,
No.
so her refund stayed the same.
Mm-hmm.
But now yours, and you never filed an amendment, right?
No, never
Right,
filed an
That's what you
amendment.
need to do.
Yeah.
I'm like 99%
Okay.
sure that's what you need to do.
Yeah, I held
And
off
it's-
to wait.
Yeah.
Because she was filing an amendment, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'll just wait until hers goes through, and then I'll do mine. And that never occurred. And it took all the way up until, gosh, I think when she filed, it was maybe
February.
it was maybe the end of February.
Okay.
Maybe she filed like soon as she got her stuff.
Okay.
So it might have been like
Pretty
the end of
soon.
February. Yeah, and so I waited all the way until like almost
The deadline?
April. Yeah, almost to April. I was like, okay, they said it's not there yet, but it's going to be there. It's going to be there. God's got me. It's going to be there.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Man.
So yeah, they allow people to go
3 years, you
back up
said.
to 3 years to claim for a refund.
That's good to
People make mistakes all the time. They forget something
Mhm.
or same scenario that you're in. I see it for sure every year.
Wow.
Every year. Or like a teenagers or somebody's child that I know I do their taxes. They come in
Mhm.
with their W-2 before their parents do, and I'll ask them, are your parents claiming you? And I can't really call their parents and be like,
Mhm.
hey, your son came in. I can't do that. But
Yeah.
I have to ask them a couple times, like, are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure can you ask them? You know?
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's interesting.
know.
I wonder if there's any more things like that people miss that affects parents, especially when they're kids, to say, I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Well, there's like another thing that I hear a lot is parents will, or I'm doing their taxes, a couple's taxes, and they'll say, oh, and you can take Shivana off, for example. Take Shivana off. She started working. And
Yeah.
they just assume.
Because that's what we think.
Yeah.
Since
and-
they're working now,
yeah.
I can no longer claim them.
And I want to ask them, well, can I see their W-2? When did they start working? Are they in
Mhm.
college? Like I hate people leaving money on the table. I want to dig around for that money and like, you know, as a family,
Yeah.
or I'll say, can I see your kids' taxes 1st
Mhm.
and then yours? And I'll do it both ways. Her claiming herself or her not claiming herself. She's not losing anything, but you're gaining this. Like as a family, if you guys should legally bring
Yeah.
in the maximize your taxes.
Yeah, just give her that. Like I was going to
Yeah.
give her 200. Like I'm getting 3.
Give her
I'll
400.
give you. No, wait a minute.
Wait, no, I
Whoa.
said, no, I'm just saying.
Whoa,
no,
let's
no,
not
I'm
be crazy
saying-
here.
I'm just saying,
Incentives.
even if you did give her 400,
Yeah,
like
that-
as a whole,
yeah.
you're like,
Yeah, I wouldn't give her 400,
don't
but
tell
I'd give her
that.
that
Don't
too.
let her watch this.
Well,
Yeah.
she's going to hear this. She's going to hear this. I think she listens, so she's going to be like, wait a minute.
She has a point.
Yeah. Like, whoa, wait a minute. She
I
only
take
got
back my
$200.
amendment.
Yeah, she only got $200. So that's actually excellent information to
Yeah.
know going forward, as far as people that their kids just decide to, I'm an adult now, so I'm going to go ahead
Yeah.
and do adult things, and you can't claim me anymore.
And a lot of times it does not even affect how much they're going to get back, especially if you're just working part-time or
Yes.
something, you know?
Part-time, yeah. And again, she's a full-time student, and like her even working part-time, she still doesn't work that much. You know, she still doesn't work that much, just every now and then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. Your oldest daughter, you said she's not working or
No, she's
Okay.
not. She's
Full-time
school.
college?
Yeah,
full-time school, and you said she's going to be starting college.
college. Not next year, but when she turns 18, the following year, next fall. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's
yeah,
gonna be
so
applying.
then you'll be prepared
so
for it
I'm
now.
like,
Yes.
Shivana, what was that again?
You'll be prepared for it now. But yeah,
Yep.
see, Julia, you got a new tax person.
I'd love to help you guys out. And I review like your prior year return. If you're not sure if it's done right, I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
See if I find anything missed.
All right. That's interesting. So, do you have any final questions for her?
Yeah, I do. Real quick. So, if a person were on the like low income, do you think they will be able to be approved for a house, or will that be even possible?
So low, it really depends on how much income. You can get approved for a loan amount. It's just that will you find a home in that price range?
Yeah.
Let's say you're making X amount of dollars and they approve you for just $250,000. Yeah, there are homes out there or condos out there for that amount, but will that work for you?
Okay.
So.
And then will there be programs also for first-time buyers and lower income?
Those do require a certain credit score, though, correct?
Yes, there are certain requirements like credit score and length of employment. You have to be employed. There are down payment assistance programs that will help you out with the down payment. And there's also a local bank. Our team just found this out like a couple of days ago, but a local bank is giving away $17,500 in grant money for first-time home buyers too.
Okay.
So, and that's local.
Okay.
So there are ways to get into home for sure. Lots of programs.
But that credit rescore was awesome.
Okay.
That credit rescore, because they did mine instantly.
It happened so fast.
Yeah, it's like so basically the person that I was speaking with, because I had my realtor and then I had the finance person. So the finance person, okay, you've got your card payment here, pay $600 here and pay $200 here, and then get that information, document that information and send it in to me, and then I'll do the rescore.
Okay.
And so the rescore, I guess they contact the bureaus, say, hey, this person has paid this. Here's the proof that they paid this. And then instantly your credit has jumped up.
And now you can use that for your loan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lenders can use that.
And the interesting thing was when we did that and then they did the rescore, that score was on record for like months. Even if the credit changed for that home that we were looking at, they used that main score.
Oh, that's awesome.
They use that main score for a certain period of time. So it's like even if I did something, but if they look into it, like you said, don't make any purchases, don't go off trying to buy a new car, don't have anything like that change.
Especially if you're right in the middle of shopping for a loan or you're already in contract.
Yeah.
Don't buy a new car. That immediately drops your credit score.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no big purchases.
Because you got more debt now.
Yeah.
You got more debt.
And they keep checking that throughout. Like just because you got approved today and then you're supposed to close or get your keys in 30 days, they're going to check again to make sure you're still employed and there's no new lines of,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting when you go try to buy a house.
I know, right?
You better get a chippy. I'm telling you. And forget that. I saw that you were questioning HOAs too. You were questioning HOAs.
Yeah. HOAs I've seen some that are like as low as $50, $60, but then some are in the 600s, just depending on where you're living and what amenities you get with that.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, is it better to get a HOA versus a non-HOA? Like, I would think I heard horror stories.
I always hear horror stories. I have an HOA too, and we have somebody driving around a security thing.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Bugging my son about his cars. Because my son is like a car guy. Like he lowers them, and he would sometimes park where he's not supposed to. But anyways, I feel like they're targeting us because of his cars, but maybe not. But no, that is one headache of an HOA is that they do monitor stuff. Like if your weeds are overgrowing, okay, you're going to get a notice. You leave your garbage cans out. I've gotten that one before, but that's one thing that people do complain about.
Oh.
Yeah. When I was looking for a home, some of the HOAs, the people, the couple of places I looked at had HOAs, and all that they did was they came and trimmed your bushes for you. And then that required you to pay like an extra $300 a month.
Oh,
It includes like that outside maintenance.
Yeah.
oh my
They
God.
trimmed your bushes. Yeah, we trimmed your bushes. So, yeah, the HOA is an extra $300 on top of that mortgage that you're already paying.
I
And-
could just call my mom's gardener.
Yeah, and then with an HOA, they
But
tell
you have to pay it though. If
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 you
that
live
place,
there, yeah.
if you live there, you have to pay that HOA.
So I've had buyers that will specifically say, I want in this neighborhood, this price range, and specifically no HOA. I do not want an HOA. And other people don't care. There's so many homes and communities that have HOAs. All the brand new ones will
Yeah.
have an HOA. And sometimes those will include like access to a gym, pool, clubhouse. So for some people, that's really worth it though, because you have everything in one.
Yeah.
So.
I have one last question for me. Tell us about the Mello-Roos.
Oh, that new one. Yeah.
Tell
Yeah,
us
so-
about that because I heard that from my realtor. I didn't quite really understand it, but
That's so Mello-Roos are built into your property tax as well, or it's added into your property tax. So neighborhoods will have this thing called Mello-Roos to pay for things like the street lights or things in the neighborhood or that community right there, and that gets added to your property tax. So when you go look at a new build, they already have that number there for you. It'll say HOA is X amount of dollars, and Mello-Roos comes out to like $200 a month or something, and it's things like street lights, signs, things like that.
wow.
But
See?
wouldn't the city take care of that, or the county?
No, you are.
It's a tax that we're all paying, like
Okay.
for the roads and the things. But because you live here, there's additional for like
Yeah.
these street lamps. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's
So
not.
you just, like I said, you have to be prepared. Talk to somebody. But overall, I would say owning a home is amazing. A lot of people still think of it as the American dream or their own personal dream to own a home. Yes, properties depreciate, but eventually they all go up. You're building equity. When you sell that home you lived in, there's a huge tax break. You may not pay any taxes at all. It's just you can, pass it down, use it as a stepping stone to buy your next one. So
I think the last one I'm gonna have is something that I saw a question you had about refinancing.
Refinancing.
You had a
homes.
question about refinancing. About your thoughts on refinancing. That's something Julia had about
talking
refinancing.
about refinancing
Yeah.
too. Like the rates right now are not the best. Right? I've heard like people are waiting for the rates to go down. I don't think you need to wait for rates to go down. You can still buy now because the price you can't go. You can't go back in time and change the price.
Yeah.
But you can always refinance once the rates drop.
Oh, no, you're
Okay.
good. Yeah.
All right. Well,
If that's what it was about.
that's it for me. We'll end it there. So, Julia, where can people find you?
At Julia Off Script on Instagram, and then randomly Juju on TikTok.
Shivana, where can people find you and get all of the help they need? If they need to reach out to you, where can they do all of that?
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at Homegirl Shivana, and then my tax office is in Natomas. It's called Paperclips Tax. Reach out to me anytime.
There it is. And as far as the podcast people, I'm tired of telling you guys this, that we don't have the amount of followers we want. So I need you guys to go on and follow the show because again, we're going to be getting more and more high profile guests. And as soon as I reach out to them, they look at how many followers we have and then they don't take us seriously. So please, if you guys listen to this, send it to your friends, send the clips, repost them, do all of that stuff. And that's it. So we'll see you guys next time. All right? Bye.
Bye.
Maybe you're listening on your way back home, trying to figure out why you feel alone. Maybe